Hey y'all, it's your girl Leah with the Work From Home Insider. Every week I'm going to post a video with a few work from home job openings. In addition, I'm going to share some effective tips as well. Let's just get right into it right away. So this first job that we're going to look at together is for a patient financial services representative 1. It's a remote job posted by Essential Health. One of the first things I always do when I look at a job posting is I always look at the qualifications and the responsibilities. Because let's face the facts. What is the point of applying for a job if you don't meet the qualifications and you don't like the responsibilities, right? One thing I wanted to point out is this is a really good entry-level job for those who want to get their foot in the medical world. This is actually what my coworker did as well. So she actually started out as a patient greeter. So you know those folks that greet you when you go to the ER. You go to the ER and they're like, hey, how you doing? So that was her job. But she got really sick of it. She just wanted to work from home because she had a baby. And then so she ended up applying to be a medical coder and got hired. And she kind of moved her way up from there. And now she's a manager. So again, this is a really good entry-level job if you want to get into the medical world. The qualifications aren't too bad. So reading it here, it looks like they just need somebody who's experienced with cash handling and customer service. You just got to know how to work some office equipment. The really cool thing that I like about this job is that it doesn't have any education requirement and you don't have to be certified or licensed. What I like about this job posting too is they right off the bat tell you how much you're going to make. Some job postings don't do that. This is a great way to kind of tell if you're going to like the job or not based on the pay. It's one of those things that you want to look at as well because, like I said earlier, what's the point of applying for a job if you don't like the pay? All right, so this link will be posted below. And I just want to stress too is this is time-sensitive information. These job postings go real quick. So once you view this video, click on the link to apply. And if you do get the job or got an interview, please comment and let me know. I would love to hear about your experience. As promised in my videos, I will be sharing some effective tips. So today's tip number 1 is an informed decision is a good decision. So what does that mean? It means you got to do your research and you got to ask questions. Now, I know some of you may ask, why? Well, let's just look at it this way. When you're applying for a job, you're going to be giving out your name, your date of birth, your social security number. These are really personal and very important information about you. When applying for a job, you need to make sure it's legit because you want to make sure that your information lands in the correct hands. Now, we're going to walk through this next job posting using this tip. First and foremost, I just want to say that I'm not trying to bash any companies. I'm not trying to defame anybody. But this is just strictly an example, okay? But don't judge yet, y'all. Stick around because, the end result might be a positive thing, okay? So this next job that we're going to look at, it's a work from home job. We're going to apply that tip that I mentioned earlier. So this is for a patient service representative remote position with St. Luke's University Health Network. Now, I haven't heard of them before, but that's probably because they're a health network that is outside of my state. Nothing wrong with that. But let's just get into it and do some research. So I found their public website and I did some poking around. So I noticed they had a few locations. Okay, that's really cool. The one thing I noticed is they have a lot of really great awards. They have one here where they were one of the organizations to earn a Top Workplaces Award of 2023. Let's look at that. So I actually went to Google and I just typed in St. Luke's Health Network, Top Workplaces, and I went to the actual topworkplaces.com website. So here they are right here, you guys. That's really cool. And I found that there was an article that came out. The Morning Call wrote about St. Luke's University Health Network being one of the top workplaces of 2023. That looks legit, guys. I don't know about you, but I think it'd be really cool to work for a company that earned a top workplace reward. I'm just looking at the job requirements. One thing that really caught my eye that some places don't do this, but I like how they actually wrote down the actual physical and sensory requirements. That's really important. So here it lists that it requires sitting for an extended period of time. So that's really important because, there are actually some folks out here who have medical conditions that cannot sit for a long time. And if you know that's you, obviously don't apply. There are some folks out there who don't want a sitting job. So I'm glad they actually mentioned that. This is also another really great entry-level job. The requirement for education is only high school graduate or equivalent. I will post the link though below. So if you're interested, go ahead and click on the link, read about it, and apply. And as always, if you do apply and you get an interview or you got the job, please comment and let me know. All right, y'all. Last but not least, we are going to look at a position posted by MRO Corporation for an ROI medical records specialist. This is also a remote position. Now, this one here does have a bit more qualifications and responsibilities than the other two jobs I posted. Like always, I will post a link below. So go ahead and apply. Now we're just going to apply some of those tips that we talked about earlier. I'm just going to approach the situation by doing some research and trying to pick a legit source. So I don't know much about MRO Corporation. So I went to their public website. It looks like they are a company who handles PHI. So PHI is patient health information. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, look, they also won the Top Workplaces Award for 2022. Well, that's pretty cool. Now, here's one tip that I did not mention before with the other job. But when I'm on a third-party website, so here I'm on Google, right? And I see this job posting, what I typically do as well is I actually go to their actual website. So you're going to go to the actual company website to see if they have that same job opening. I went to MRO's website and it looks like they do have that same position posted. The reason why that's so important is because I feel like it's a red flag if you're on a third-party website and they have a job opening, but when you go to the actual website, right, and it's not listed. So this is a good way to double check to make sure it's a legit source. You can even apply right here through their website, which I think is really cool. Or you could go through a third party. All right, back to the screen, guys. We're almost done here. Let's wrap it up. So with this job here, again, like I mentioned earlier, this one has a bit more qualifications and responsibilities. With this job, you are responsible for providing support at a specific client site for the release of information requests for patient medical record requests. Now, I won't bore you by reading these, but some things to keep in mind. With this job, it looks like you do have to answer some calls and you do have to handle medical records. In addition, it looks like you do have to have a high school degree. Having a knowledge of medical terminology and HIPAA regulations is a plus and is preferred. I feel like this job would be really cool because you're doing like many things instead of the same thing. This is great for those, again, who want to get their foot in the medical world, who likes to do multiple things, who also have that terminology and HIPAA regulation experience. This is a good one for you. All right, y'all, that wraps it up for today's video. Today, we shared 3 great medical work-from-home jobs, and we also shared some really great tips as well. The links will be posted below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest and greatest work-from-home jobs. Until next time, it's your girl, Leah, and I'm signing out. Bye, y'all.